Okay, there you go.
Yay. Hello, everyone. This is Vladimir. This is my show, Vlad's show. And this is Lauren, uh, this beautiful, wonderful, good lady who has founded Moving On Theatre and now Moving On TV. And I'm so thankful for this platform that she's just given me to start my show. So I'll switch now into Bulgarian for the Bulgarian audience and say exactly the same thing. Здравейте всички приятели, тук е аз съм Владимир, това е моето шоу, шоуто на Влади, а това е Лорен, прекрасна жена, която обича хората, обича света и това е нейният канал Moving On TV, и нейният театър Moving On Theatre и мюзикъла, който тя създаде Encounters. Здравейте! Искам да ви кажа, че това е наистина едно шоу, в което ще се говори изключително много за любовта към живота, към хората, музиката, изкуствата като цяло, философия, вяра, съдба и така нататък. So, my dear friends, this show is going to be all about loving people, loving life, about philosophy, about faith, about fate, human fate, and everything that's positive, everything that's beautiful in this life. People who love all this stuff and they would like to have a discussion, please feel free to contact us here and via email and via chats, and you've got all the lines open for you guys, especially those who might feel downtrodden or depressed in this dark season, where when we are told so many lies and we are forced to believe so many things that we don't believe to the core of our hearts. So you're more than welcome.
Thank you. Let me say something about that, because this has just turned up just at the right moment, as you know, and something happened again, which, because we are so strong in our faith, because we do believe in love, we believe in God.
Yes.
We believe in good. We believe that something has to change in our world, and we are not afraid to stand up for what we believe in. The same way as Jesus, you know, I'm a Jew, but I believe in Jesus. But Jesus is prepared to sacrifice everything to try and help people find love inside themselves and to find the power to become what they are meant to become, like I do with being on TV. Like
exactly.
Like I'm giving you the opportunity to do your own show. And the minute we are brave enough to stand there and say, we do not consent, we're not having this, we're not going to be treated the way you treat us anymore, we're not bowing down to something else rather than God, which is love, we get attacked. And as I say, the synchronicity of your program is to come on here and to show whoever just tried to do something, who broke my car. That's how I live at the moment, because we are not afraid to say the truth. The truth is more important. To change the way the world is more important than anything.
Exactly.
That children can walk around free, that we can have homes and not be bowing down as slaves, can actually cause you a lot of misery at the moment, because if people are in so much fear, they try to shut you up.
Yes,
Yet
exactly.
on TV goes stronger and stronger and stronger. And I am so excited. They think that whenever they do anything, they're going to shut me up. But the opposite happens, because past that. And so now you're going to do this amazing show in English and Bulgarian, where you're going to be bringing on people that deserve the opportunities to be heard, to be seen, to live their dreams. And I'm the vehicle to make this happen. Moving on TV is from God, from love. It belongs to everybody.
Yes.
About money, it's not about celebrity. You are already And I shared with someone the other day why I started moving on TV. I was in a wheelchair, and it kind of dawned on me, all this talent and nothing, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't walk, I couldn't do anything with my talents, not only because I was in a wheelchair, but because there's no theatres, you need money all the time and no support. And the mainstream wouldn't put me on because I wasn't famous. So one day I thought to myself, what you need is you need a TV station that has somebody sitting there saying, hi, I'm Laurene, or I'm Vlad, and you are talented, you are amazing. They're sitting there watching the box, like the way you watch ITV or, you know, all those stations. And I'm saying to you now, do you have a dream? Are you a singer, a writer, a therapist? It doesn't matter. Do you love your animals? You deserve to talk about it, to be acknowledged and validated. Pick up the phone now. There
Yes.
will always be a switchboard on Moving on TV. It doesn't matter what time of the day or night. They will answer you and make an appointment for you to come on. You don't have to jump through hoops and be told that you're not famous or you're not. Yeah, that's what I was told. You're not famous enough. You're not a celebrity. And it comes from a lot of pain. When I was touring the country, selling out shows on my own with apparently a serious mental illness, not one TV station would put me even on a community show. And that's where it came from. It came from pain, huge suffering, huge frustration to not let anybody sit there thinking, what can I do with my talents? Now you've got Moving on TV and it's yours. It's yours. So never complain again. Never be a victim again. You come on here and you do what Vlad's doing. You do what anybody else wants to do. This is your channel to be you, to be respectful of yourself and others, to sing, to dance, to act. Can you imagine? We've never had that ever. Have you ever known a TV station like that? Vlad?
Yeah.
The old days, but even then everything was, and also the commercials are all about chemicals and destroying your lives, destroying your bodies, destroying the environment with chemicals and rubbish. And Moving on TV is pure, environmentally friendly, chemical free, and
Yes.
the kind of sponsors we're looking for. And it's about love for yourself first and taking the power. And I think that I'm saying this because I've been hurt really badly today. It's like something comes through me. This TV station is going from strength to strength. And this message goes out loud clearly to anyone that tries to hurt us. We are getting stronger and stronger. And this is all going to be over soon, and we will be free. And when we're free, everything that isn't love will not be able to survive in this world anymore. You'll be gone, and we'll still be here. We'll still be here. And you will never, ever be able to enslave a human again the way you've done, or the way you've done for centuries now, wherever it's tried to do that. So that's all I wanted to say. I'm really proud. I feel blessed to have you in my life. You're one of the most kindest, loving, genuine human beings. And I am and talented as well, of course, huge talent. And I am so grateful for the people that God, love, sent me for encounters. You are my family now. You're my angels, you and Emmanuel and Luke and Martin and Emily, when we find her again, and Sam. You're my angels. You kept me going through this unbearable loneliness and lockdown. But encounters, it's really interesting that encounters brought you all to me, to Moving on TV.
Yes.
My gratitude is, for the first time in my life, I feel like I can go out there, and we've got a social media person who's going to work for us now, and I can go out there and I can say, we've got a team. We've got a
Yes.
team. I'm not on my own. And this is God's team working for whatever we do, even if it's the tiniest thing that we do. When we bring on an ordinary, unique celebrity person who wants to talk about their dog, we have done a service to God, to love. That's it. I always say love, because God is love, unconditional love, without being religious, as you know. But you have done a service when everybody, all the programs, people are watching the archive, whether it's making people laugh, whether it's teaching them about vitamin D, whether it's teaching them about meditation, it doesn't matter. Everyone is getting something from it, Vlad. And you guys have given me the courage to go and get a social media person, to go for grants, to build and build and build this up, so that when I am really old, I can leave and I will be able to hand it over. And moving on TV will shine wherever it is and whatever it is. You will be stars. We are all stars anyway, but you'll earn a good living, and we'll all have homes, and we'll all have the dignity of being part of the human race, not because we haven't been given the opportunity to be that. We've been told that we're not rich enough, we're not famous enough, we're not this enough, we're not that enough. But guess what? You're enough. Every single human is enough, and you all have something to offer. So we want you on here. And now you've got Vlad, so even if you don't speak English, he can bring you on and translate. And so we've got a double audience. Anyway, I think that's what I wanted to say. And I'm really so grateful to have incredible people in my life like yourself, Vlad. Because commitment and responsibility is something that's been lacking for a long time. And you guys give from here. You guys, we started working, it's a year now, and I can't believe it's a year. When you walked in, it's more than a year, and you sat down when we were doing Encounters, the opening number. You walked in dressed like a soldier. I remember you had khaki on, and you walked in and you sat down, and it was like everyone who was there was so loving. It wasn't about money. It was like I sat everyone down, explained to you what we are and what we can do and what we can't do. And you guys just literally opened your heart and became part of the family of Encounters. And I never really had that. Not for a long time, not since we did the amateur production in 1995. I've struggled so much. I'm not saying, I mean, when I toured as Piaf, I had a Francis, and we worked from here, we were family, but this is bigger. This a family where we can literally go out there and make change. We can all go, you guys are going to go on the stage. I'm going to watch you. I'm going to direct you. And you're going to go on that stage, and you're going to stand there, and you're going to pass the message that I couldn't pass on my own, that every human being has a right to shine, to do what they are good at. You're all so talented. The best talent that we can find. Go out there and you tour everywhere with Encounters, and you also put, it's all connected now, moving on TV Encounters. We work together. So I know I'm talking too much. I'm like, I'm your first guest. So do you want to translate a little bit of what I said into Bulgarian? Can you do?
Yes,
okay,
of course.
So I'll be quiet now.
И така, скъпи приятели, чухте сърдечното изказване на Лорен, на директора на мюзикъла Encounters и собственика на Moving on TV и Moving on Theatre. Тя общо взето казвам прекрасни думи за това, че всъщност откривайки всички тези прекрасни хора, които са част от този мюзикъл, от който и аз имам честта да бъда, всички тези актьори, музиканти, певци, тя преоткрива в своя живот силата на любовта. Тя самата споделя и казва, че Бог е любов, че самия Бог е пратил тези хора и че има надежда за този свят. Тя също сподели, че това предаване и всички нейни предавания и мюзикъл, който подготвяме, във всичко това става въпрос наистина за любовта между хората, за това да може света да стане едно по-добро място, когато всеки един от нас свърши своята си работа и даде своя дял, своя дан на любов, на грижа, на внимание, на топлина. И така, всъщност, това е идеята, това е нейното сърце, да помага на хората, да помага на актьори, на артистични души, на хора, които искат да проявят онези дарби и таланти, които са им дадени от Господ свише и да ги използват за доброто на човечеството. Тя самата е преминала през много тежки моменти и много пъти хората не са я разбирали, не са я зачитали за това, което е, защото знаете, че всяка артистична душа малко или много си има своите такива, как да кажа, откачени моменти. И най-големите гении са били леко откачени, леко чалнати, както се казва. Но може би точно в това се крие гения и това, че хората са различни, това, че такива хора често пъти остават неразбрани, често пъти остават неоценени. Но знаем, че с това предаване нещата ще се случат и че много хора ще намерят тук добра платформа. Всъщност, моят план е на моето шоу, Vlads Show или шоуто на Влади, да бъде наистина място, платформа, където много хора ще могат да споделят своите дарби, таланти. Също така ще имаме интересни дискусии, разговори, отговор на трудни въпроси, житейски ситуации. Също така Лорен каза, че линиите на Moving on Theatre, Moving on TV винаги ще бъдат отворени, телефони, които са оставени, имейл за контакт и всички форми, включително моите лични контакти ще бъдат на ваше разположение за всички от тези, които имат желание да се включат, да зададат своите въпроси, да бъдат интервюирани. Просто пълна свобода. Няма нищо общо с мас-медиите, няма нищо общо с това, което с предварително подготвени лъснати, но изкуствени продукции. Тук повечето неща ще бъдат импровизация и така, както живота предлага в чистата и пълна форма. Така че очаквам ви с голямо желание, с голямо нетърпение. Аз вече имам няколко човека, прекрасни хора, които имат желание и са кандидати да участват в моето шоу. И очаквам тяхното включване съвсем скоро, с песен, с стих, с разговор, с дискусия, с труден въпрос, с въпросите на живота, смъртта, любовта, борбата. Борба непрестанна, както казва нашия велик поет Вапцаров, е живота. И така. Така че, добре дошли, приветстваме ви. Welcome everyone. We really welcome you from the bottom of our hearts and stay with us. Stay with us on this channel. Subscribe. If you like it, give it the hundreds of likes and comments and whatever you feel like doing. There's nothing mandatory, nothing compulsory. It all must come from the bottom of your heart. Yeah? Because it's all about love. It's all about genuinity and authenticity. This world lacks authenticity so much, and we want to be authentic in everything we do. So please, welcome, join us. Thank you, Laurene.
That's beautiful. I didn't understand the word. But you said it beautifully. And please come on, as I said, come on to Vlad's show. Do what we're doing here. You just need to email movingontv1@gmail.com. And I will put this into a program so you'll be able to see it underneath anyway. movingontv1@gmail.com. And that's all you have to, and put Vlad in the subject, and then I'll pass on the message to Vlad. and he will be able to coordinate with you what you want to do when you want to come on. As this is the beauty, is I'm tired, you know, I'm running this on my own, sometimes 24 hours a day. Well, not 24 hours a day, let's not exaggerate. I do go to bed at about 6 a.m. and get up at 6 a.m.
Yeah, true.
You know, it's all upside down,
I
inside
can
out.
never find you. I can never find you in the morning until noon. I know
No,
you're a
I
night
don't get
bird.
up till about 2
Yeah,
sometimes because I'm working, streaming.
yeah,
So I want people to do their own shows, and I think this is so exciting. This, you know, this is a show, and what are we going to call it? What do you want to call it?
Uh, I thought maybe Vlad's show at the beginning. Yeah, Vlad's show, and you know, the show that's about life, loving people. Maybe Vlad's show, loving life, loving people.
That's
Something like
fabulous. I
your,
love it.
something that reminds me of your show. You know,
I've got life.
I've got life. Yeah, I've got love. Yeah, I've got life.
That show,
People.
loving people, loving
Yeah,
life,
loving
loving
people,
people,
loving God, loving
loving God, loving
ourselves.
everything.
Yeah.
A collective love. Love is
Yes.
everything.
Yeah.
Unconditional love. So yeah, and so basically this is your opportunity to shine. If you speak Bulgarian and you've got nowhere else to go, now you've got Vlad. So you can come on here and you know, as I say, I will edit this so you've got a proper show. And Vlad, and if you want to do your own, you know, whatever language you do, it'd be so cool to have people on, say, if you speak French, Italian, Greek, Chinese, Japanese, let's make it universal. Make
Yes.
a show. You could have an umbrella name called the Universal Show, World Show.
Yes.
Everyone has their own show in their own language. I just think that'd be, I don't care. I've handed this over. There's no ego in here anymore. Ego went a long time ago. All we care about is humanity. You cannot have ego when you're in a war.
Yeah.
Now we have to be careful what we say at the moment because we are living the way we are, but in a few months' time, we'll be liberated, thank God.
Yes.
Be able to do.
Let it be.
We just need a little bit more patience, and
Yes.
you know, and this is I'd say my message to humanity and to you at the moment, because of what I went through just now, which has put me into a bit of fear. And I'm going to do a CEO message. I'm going to stream, so watch it after this. I'm going to do a CEO message to whoever is doing this and to collectively to everyone about what moving on TV is and how you can do whatever you want, but you will not destroy this station and you will not destroy what this is, the spirit. It's a car, all right? And it's not that I'm saying this in order to invite you to do something harder to hurt me. What can you do? Take the body? You take the body, I'll still be here.
Yes.
There
You can
I am.
never
It
take the
will be
soul.
moving on TV.
Exactly.
And Vlad will run it, and so will Luke, and so will Emmanuel, and so will all the beautiful souls that have come on here. That, you know, you see the beautiful souls that make programs. Paul McDonald, Martin, everyone, whoever's on here, they will run it in my memory. So what's the point? You're not going to be able to take this away from us. All right? And even though we've backed down and all we're doing now is very tame programs to help you stay positive and in love with life. But whatever you do, this spirit is going nowhere, and the spirit of moving on TV will go nowhere. It will grow and grow and grow. And my message to you is, I know you're scared. So instead of taking it out on innocent people like me, why don't you just go inside and figure out what you're so frightened of? Because you have a dream. Everyone has a dream. And I don't have any anger towards you. I don't. Vlad? How can you have anger towards frightened humans?
Yes.
They're in total panic and fear because they don't want to go inside and figure out what they really are.
Yeah.
They went inside and figured out what they really were, then nothing would frighten them anymore. I did a song yesterday called There Is No Death, my new song, and I sang it, and the words are so, somebody wrote it, a guy called Leo J. Vidal, and it's comes from A Course in Miracles, which is the teachings of Jesus. And the words are, if God exists, then death, how can there be death? You know, I mean, the words are, I'll read you some of the words. The words are incredible. And because I can't remember them, I'll go and record them on Wednesday in the studio. It's, oh God, oh, death makes me sad, death makes me mad. Without death, we would be glad. If God exists, then death's an illusion. Why do we need all this confusion? Because it's an illusion. Because the minute you go inside, death cannot exist.
Yes.
Fear cannot exist. False emotion appearing real. Nothing that's going on outside can exist when you're in love with life, when you're in this moment. And the minute you're moving on TV, you're in the moment. We are in the moment. We're in the presence. I've got Ellie trying to get food off of me, screaming at me. She's going to have tuna tonight. And she probably won't want to have that because she's so spoiled. She wants her whiskers or whatever, you know. But so I'm looking at her, looking at me like I'm a piece of rubbish because I'm not feeding her. And I'm totally in the moment. I've got a car out there that the window is completely smashed. And it was obviously smashed with a hammer because it shattered the whole window. And I'm sitting here in God, in love, in presence, not scared of anything in this moment. And that's what we're trying to teach people. When you are in your dream, when you're doing what you love, we're very lucky because we're actors. We're on the stage. The minute you go on the stage, you're in the moment. You cannot feel anything but total freedom and salvation. You are so lucky to be an actor. You're in the moment. And I always say that anyone who hasn't got confidence or doesn't know what they're doing here, for God's sake, act. Because you will learn to be in the moment. And you can say whatever you want. You can cry, you can scream, you're emote. People will applaud you and say, bravo, Edith Piaf, when she's having a breakdown. It's bravo, bravo. And yet when Laurene does it outside, you get arrested. So go on the stage because you don't know how amazing it is to be an actor. We are so lucky. The problem with our world is that it became something else. To be an actor, people forgot about the fact that you have got talent. You have to be what they wanted you to be, a puppet. You had to pass on the message that they wanted you to pass on. So it didn't matter that you're incredibly talented. If you weren't the right age, if you didn't look right on the physical, if you didn't have what they wanted, then that was it. They wouldn't let you do what you love. And there were all these restrictions, Vlad. No money for theater. You can't get on the media. If you dare to talk about mental health recovery with no medication, this upset a lot of people. This is why they troll me, because they said I'm an advocate. And yet I go out there and I teach people to believe in freedom, to believe in no medication. I don't care what anybody thinks. You do not need medication for 99% of mental health issues. Get out there and do your dream.
Exactly.
That's why you smashed my car window. I'll die with that on my lips. because I believe it 100%. I'm here. Do you know what? They went on and they said I was bipolar. I told you about that email.
Yes.
1 minute I'm laughing and singing and dancing, and next minute I'm depressed. What's an actor? We're actors. And these people don't understand. They see a human. This is the problem. I got arrested. I got thrown in a cell 10 years ago by the police for having a panic attack. And then 10 years later, I went on the stage and I played the Piaf in institutions and got 5-star reviews. What the hell? Why? Why didn't they arrest me on the stage? Do you understand what I'm talking about here? They don't understand that if you are given your space to emote and to create and to be the real you, you are an actor. You're a born actor. You're talented. You know how to entertain people. So why should you have to be on EastEnders or something like that in order to get a job? No, not anymore. So
Yes.
that's what pushes and pushes and pushes. I'd say that a huge percentage of the human race are entertainers, they're actors, they're singers, they're artists, they're dancers, they're speakers, they're healers, and no one, and they're clairvoyant, they're clairaudient, they're not mad. They're coming, they're channeling through God. They're bringing through a message of love for people. And that was me. And I got thrown in jail because I had a panic attack on the street because no one would let me go on the stage. They wouldn't let me. I didn't have the money. They wouldn't let me even do amateur shows because I was too old, over 40, you're too old. So moving on TV has come to break all the rules, break all the rules that way. And none of you are mentally ill. And you've been through shock and shock and shock from the time you were born, trying to be yourself, saying, Mom, I don't want to go to school. I don't want to type. I want to be on the stage. So I was lucky. My parents enhanced my singing. They were very good that way. But I didn't have a head that knew how to earn money from what I was good at. And as I said, because I wasn't prepared to bow down, I wouldn't wear a blonde wig in those days. When I was 16 years old, my father took me to an agent. And God protected me, something protected me, because that agent said to my father, because I was already touring, I was singing opera and everything already. He said, I will put her on the stage, but she needs to go to parties, 16 years old, and get involved and wear wigs and become a celebrity kind of, 16 years old. And something inside me said, Daddy, I don't want to do it. It was wrong. It felt wrong. And I didn't get there. I would have been famous everywhere. But something inside me knew it protected me because the ego wanted it. But something inside me, you see, that I didn't even understand said, Daddy, I don't like it. I don't like it. I was shy. But I knew. I just said, Daddy, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go. I don't want to wear wigs. And now it's different. But I'm talking about a 16-year-old, 17-year-old, very, very talented child. Now, my father was doing his best. He was my agent. And he had got this famous, I would have been famous everywhere. But I would have been probably Amy Winehouse or Edith Piaf because I was vulnerable. I was too young. You understand? Yeah, my dad probably would have gone with me and protected me, but maybe he wouldn't. My father was a very trusting man to a certain extent. I don't know. But what I'm saying is you're not, I don't know why. Again, I've lost my train of thought there. And they'll say I'm mad. They'll say I'm mad because I lost my train of thought. Because I'm a creative, I'm a writer and a director. So my mind goes into different directions, but then it comes back. And I started talking about what happened to me as a 16-year-old in Israel, because I was already performing and singing opera. I was touring with a famous opera singer, and I wanted a career. It was my dream. But I wouldn't do it. Something inside me said, no, that's not the right way to go. And oh yeah, I know why I said that. And then when eventually I did want to pick up my career, I couldn't, because my ego was so big, Vlad. And I wouldn't do amateur shows. I wouldn't. When I was in my 20s, I would have had every single part. Now I'm sorry, because I could have played every part I wanted, but I wouldn't do it. My ego was everywhere. I wanted to be a star, because I started singing. I was the lead soloist of the Children's National Choir. At 13 years old, I was singing classical. I was singing Over the Rainbow with 200 children in the background in the choir. I didn't want to do amateur. It was an insult, do you understand? But that was ego. It was ego. It would have helped me to grow, but you know, and up until I had my huge awakening, everything was ego, ego, ego. I did a show. You don't know me the way I am. You guys come first, your family. As far as I'm concerned, you're happy. When I used to do the shows before I found my spirituality, they used to say the ego has landed. She's here. Oh my God. I played the part of Mrs. Danvers in Rebecca. And because I upset the tech guy, and we're really good friends now. I mean, he toured with me 10 years later. We made it up. He was so upset with me because I was all ego, all ego. I didn't have any heart, nothing. He set off the smoke alarm in the middle of my speech, and everybody ran out. The audience, and then we became really good friends, and he toured with me on Piaf and Maria Callas, and we talked about it, and he apologized, and but I said, I could never see all his work. He was working 24 hours a day, working on what I was doing, Rebecca, we're doing Rebecca, and there was me, and I didn't say thank you. It was all about the show. And the world's a bit like that now, is that people have forgotten, you know, a lot of people, wonderful people now, they're always looking for answers of what's going on and how we're going to be all right. And it goes round and round in circles. They forget about the human. They forget about that poor human that's sitting there in fear. That poor human that doesn't have food. I'm not talking about myself. I'm not that person. I have my work, thank God. Vlad?
Here am I.
I have my work. Anyway, I'll let you translate, because I know your phone will not last as long as we like. So anyway, what I'm saying is we've remembered that human, that individual, unique person. 99% of the population, or maybe a little bit less, 95%, because there is I'd say about 5% that I wouldn't want anything to do, 1% that I wouldn't want anything to do with, another 4%, but the other lot is not human, so we don't even go there at the moment. But I'm talking about 95% of the population have a heart, and they're going through huge fear, and some of them did what they did to my car because they're in fear. Look what they did to Jesus. They turned on him, crucify him. His own people that loved him turned on him because of fear, because he was showing them something different. Love. That was it, love. And they couldn't get it then, and they're not getting it now. They haven't got it. They haven't got that. All I'm trying to show them is to love themselves so much that they heal themselves with vitamins and minerals. But I won't go too deep into that. You know where I'm coming from. And that's why I'm getting abuse, because I'm not prepared to tell them that they're victims. They are not victims, and they don't like that. They don't like it. They want to be victims. I've had people turn on me because they say, oh, I can't get my benefits now if I'm not mentally ill. Do you understand? I'm controversial, and I upset a lot of people. So I don't know if you're going to be translating that into Bulgarian.
I'm going to say Yeah, I'm gonna say a few words.
Say what
Yeah,
you can.
yes.
Because there's
Да,
a lot in there, a lot.
да. И така, скъпи приятели, Лорен буквално споделяше част от своя живот, своята душа, преживявания още от малка, когато е започнала да пее. Тя също много обичала да пее и баща и така, за разлика от много родители, също се подкрепил. Обаче един от първите продуценти, който се е появил и е казал, че тя трябва да почне да слага перуки, да се прави да изглежда на някаква голяма жена, тип, нали, горе-долу да се облича като неприлично едва ли не. И Лорен усетила дълбоко в душата си, че това не е тя, че тя не иска да става известна с цената на всичко, при условие, че е била само на 16 години. И тя е отказала и е знаела, че вътрешно дълбоко в себе си сякаш усещала като предчувствие, като Божий глас, който предупреждава да внимава, че тази индустрия има много опасности. И по този начин тя успява всъщност да и решава да не се включи. Баща и отново я подкрепя, въпреки че шансовете тя да стане голяма звезда, много известна, намалява драстично, но тя не се отказа, става директор на един детски хор, в която пеят песента Somewhere Over the Rainbow, и други прекрасни песни, които създават, в смисъл, които пресъздават и изпяват. И така, и нейното сърце и душа е наистина за хората, за истинската любов, след като всичко това, което тя е преживяла, включително удари от съдбата, удари атаки от зли хора, които не разбират за какво става въпрос, за какво иде реч в този живот и не са оценяли дарбите, талантите, искреното желание. Естествено, тя имала и този период на егоизъм, този така егоистичен период на силно его. Тя сподели това. На младини всеки човек е склонен да бъде абсолютен или сериозен егоист, особено когато има дарби и таланти и просто има моменти, когато се качва на сцена и казва, ето, егото пристига. И така, много интересен живот, много интересни моменти, които тя споделя, някои сърцераздирателни, например, когато веднъж я спират и даже полицията един вид се държат недобре с нея, защото тя е артист, човек до дъното на душата си и хората, когато видят такива хора, по-странни, по-различни, по-нетипични, почва да си мисля, че са луди, че имат някакви умствени заболявания и така нататък. И всъщност на нея става много тежко и мъчно. Това е голяма травма в живота и тази среща с полицията и когато те не са показали изобщо никакво разбиране. И след това години по-късно, когато тя започва да пее песните на Едит Пиаф и да я имитира и да я аплодират и да й дават абсолютни 5 звезди ревюта и да й ръкопляскат силно. Тя се казва, добре, защо сега не ме виждат като човек, който нещо не е добре или леко му хлопа дъската? Защо? Защото хората са наясно, че даровитите хора, талантливите хора, те са различни. Те не са типичните хора. И ето, тя също така сподели, че учението, че Исус Христос говори изключително и основно за любовта, за това, че няма как човек да помогне, няма човек как да направи нещо добро, ако не пожертва себе си. И той самия всъщност прави това, като жертва себе си и дава своя живот. Най-скъпото нещо, което може да даде човек, за да покаже какво е любов, за да помогне да се променим, за да ни помогне да променим перспективата, начина, по който гледаме на нещата. Защото ние не сме тяло, което има душа, а сме душа, която има тяло. И това е разликата е огромна. И тя така казва, че постепенно открива своята духовност. Минала е през различни неща, през индуизъм, през будизъм, през спиритизъм и така нататък, но през последните години все повече и повече преоткрива и вижда силата на добрата вест, силата на Божията любов, изразена в лицето на Исус Христос. И така, интересен разказ. Тя има страшно много да сподели. Аз също много имам да ви споделя, да ви кажа. Моят така първи основен талант е пеенето. откакто се помня се пея и си спомням как още съвсем малък. Просто лягам си дори вечер време, преди да заспа, започвам да пея на леглото си. Даже като сме ходили така, събирали с други деца или по лагери, аз навсякъде, където има възможност, съм пял. Някои хора са разбирали, са го оценявали, други хора не са, подиграваха се и едва ли не, нали, как може, нали, момче да пее така хубаво и това да е нещо много важно за него. Обаче аз продължавах, защото просто песента беше сърцето ми, душата ми и просто като излезе нова песен от българската естрада и най-вече просто гореше ми сърцето за това. И така, оттам нататък вече бях поканен и бях в едно прослушване за Време разделно, българския филм Време разделно, и ме избраха и ме харесаха, ме одобриха и започнах репетиции в студио Бояна. И това беше първото ми докосване до киното и до актьорското изкуство, което по-късно през годините продължи да се развива в мюзикали, в музикални групи, които участвах, приятели, които ме поканиха да записвам албуми. И така, имам страшно много да ви разкажа и аз също, но няма да отнемам повече от времето. Мисля, че това като начало е добре. Предполагам, че ще се усетим едни и други като души, като хора, като същества, които копнеят за висшето, за възвишеното, като хора, които вярваме, че ние сме повече от материя и ще има много за какво да си говорим. Просто така, че много, много се радвам и много ви благодаря отново, че сте с нас. So, Lauren, the floor is yours again, darling.
Thank you.
Yes.
Amazing. So remind me the name of the program again. It's
Vlad's show. Loving
Vlad's
life.
show.
Yeah,
Loving
life, loving people.
Loving life, loving people. I love it. Loving people. Thank you so much for bringing me on as your first guest.
The honor is mine.
Because I want to inspire people to do their own show and get out there and create your own TV station. You know, as I said, in the past, this would have been ego. Oh, moving on TV is, everything. The only station. But imagine if you had hundreds and hundreds of stations like this. That means that people would be being paid and having opportunities all the time. You've got ITV, you've got BBC, you've got Sky, you've got Freeview. So now you've got maybe TV, but when they go, we need another few. We need about 10. There's a TV station called Together TV, and they're already on Freeview. I don't know how they managed to do that, but that's really exciting. That managed to get on Freeview. A lady called Francesca runs it, and I'm going to try and find out how we can also, get on.
Move on.
It's about connecting now, and there's no competition. How competition when I always believe this, I grew up in wars, I grew up in terrorism, and I learned a lot about wars and what brings another war and another war and another war. And one day something said to me, when the enemy is not human, it said to me, when you have a joint enemy, right? When human race has a joint enemy, that's when we'll crack it. That's when wars will end. That's when you all unite. But unfortunately, what this enemy has done is it's divided us. Vlad?
Yeah, I'm here. Oops.
Is it? This enemy has divided us as well. They're very good at dividing us, aren't they?
Yes. Divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer. And they've divided us not by religion this time, but with fear. They've always used fear, but this time it's not religion. And I said, it's nothing to do with what religion you are or what color you are. It's nothing to do with what you believe in. We are all the human race. Well, we come from somewhere else as well, but never mind. We come from somewhere else, but obviously, but the human race as a collective We have a joint enemy now. And that's what we are doing now. Everything is, we're on the cusp of huge survival. We've been going through hell, and we still are, and we're going to be going through hell now up until probably I'd say January. And then things are going to start to settle. And, but I always knew in my heart that one day there would be a reason for the human race to join. People said I was mad, and John Lennon said it in Imagine. And that he was always, I used to say, even to my husband, I'd say that one day there'll be peace. And people, nah, there'll never be peace. People always need something to fight or to compete. I said, no, one day, I don't know how I knew this, but one day there will be peace, because you'll have no choice but to unite against the common enemy. And I didn't know what that was going to be, because I never believed in what I know now, but I knew there was going to be something that wasn't human. And now we have to join. And that's what we're doing here. We're joining. And so if we have 10 TV stations all joining together to make humanity a beautiful, beautiful place to be encounters, you know.
Yes. Yeah, it's a place of encounters.
Technology.
It's a place of encounters. Yes, exactly.
Real encounters where people have love and compassion, and just a small speck showing what can happen. Therapeutic community where I recovered, which is another interview, where you didn't need medicine, you needed love and compassion and support, contracts and work. That's all you need. That's all you need. And food, and you have to eat, you have to stay balanced. And
enjoy life.
You have to have a power greater than yourself.
Exactly.
Whether that's a religious God or nature, it's up to you.
Yeah, Laurene, I think we had a great, wonderful first episode of our show. Yeah,
because you interviewed me.
Yes, and I told the Bulgarian audience, you know, that to feel free, you know, to contact us and to look forward to our next episode when I'm going to interview someone else. I've got in mind the Bulgarian songwriters. You love them. You fell in love with them the first time you heard about them.
That's so cool. You do the interview for a change, and I can go to bed.
and then I'm planning on you know, doing a talk show and interview with another Bulgarian young guy who I've just met like a few days ago, and we, you know, we felt he felt the energy, and he said, I'd like to talk with you. You know, you're different. And I said, wow, that's the greatest, you know, compliment that I can ever hear, you know, because I want to be different. I love to be different. And I know that different actually means to be ourselves. Different means to be what we were designed to be by the greatest designers of all, because he has created us to be the crown of his crown and the jewel of his crown. We are. And that's why we are unique. That's why we are beautiful. That's why we are talented. That's why we are creative, because we were created for excellence. We were created for beauty, and we will create beauty after his image, after his kind of work that he has done for us.
Well, when you see, when you say that, you know, I'm Jewish, and part of the Bible, one of the 10 commandments is do not create idols.
Exactly.
Idols. Now, even if we look at God, love is what we are already. Our power, our talents, that's God. It's
part of him in us.
Talents. God's talents. So don't go out there and look outside for a celebrity or for
to worship.
I think is better than you. No one's better than you.
No, that's the greatest lie.
God, this, you know, as I say, it doesn't matter what religion you are, whether you call it Elohim or Jesus or Buddha or Muhammad, it doesn't matter what you are. You were created in the image of love, God love, God love.
Yeah. You know, he being the designer of us, you know, being such a wonderful creatures, the top of all creation, you know, of course he's jealous, you know, I would be jealous, if I see the people, the beauty that I have created to go on and not appreciate themselves and start worshiping something else, something that's smaller, something that's nothing compared to what we are. So you put it so well, this celebrity culture, this worshiping someone else's talents, someone else's success, it's so degrading. No, we, each and every one of us are boutique boutique creatures. There has never lived anyone like you, and there will never live on this earth anyone like you. You're the only one,
We're
one
unique.
one and always. Yeah, so do your part.
That's why I love Piaf, because she was part of the people. She would
Mm-hmm.
go into the audience and she would perform with the people. And you could probably talk to her. At the end of my shows, I would always be say to me, why do you come out? I take my makeup off because the magic, I don't like to mix that. When the show is over, I'm Laurene. I go straight into the audience and I start talking to them. Or sometimes I'll come out in my makeup, doesn't matter. Because
Yeah.
without them, I wouldn't be anywhere. And that's the problem with celebrity and fame and fortune. They forget that. It's not so much that they forget it because they're human. It's the people that are pulling the strings.
The strings, yeah.
Won't let you get anywhere near anything if you're not. But that's all changing now. And
Yes.
as I say, to be a performer like Edith Piaf, she literally went into the audience. She drank beer with them. I love it. And that's why I love
Yeah.
Love Conquers All. Please, God, I can't wait to get back doing that show. When you guys are touring Encounters, I will be touring Piaf and Maria Callas. My dream, because, oh my God. And you will be bringing in the audiences so that I can have audiences. So it's really amazing.
Yes.
It's sort of falling into place in a beautiful way.
Exactly.
And thank you so much for having me on your show, Vlad.
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you for having me on your platform to have my show, because my show has been inspired by you, darling. Thank you so much. So we would bid everyone, all of our friends, Bulgarian, Turkish, English, all the people of the universe will bid you goodbye.
Israeli.
And, Israel, all the world.
Everyone.
Yeah, people.
Arabs, Israelis.
Exactly.
Let's all come together in peace.
Yes. We're looking forward to see you. We're looking forward to meet you. And it's all about love. It's all about loving one another and doing the best we can to make this world a better place. Yes. So see you next time, guys. Yeah.
Welcome to Moving On TV, the new TV channel for us.
Твоята умела ръка. Внимателни пръсти, твоята умела ръка. Внимателни пръсти, твоята умела ръка.